Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Monsignor. And on behalf of the Board of Directors, thank you all for being here tonight. It is my privilege to invite two proud Donnelly graduates, Brian McKiernan and Judy Van Rest, to join our illustrious Alumni Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is a place to recognize those who have lived the spirit and the mission of Donnelly College in their faith and in their personal and professional life. There are 38 previous inductees, and some are here tonight. Will those members please stand? On behalf of this remarkable group and the entire Donnelly College, I'd like to congratulate our 2019 inductees. Our first inductee tonight is Commissioner Brian McKiernan. Brian McKiernan is a lifelong resident of Kansas City, Kansas, in the Donnelly neighborhood. After concluding his studies at Donnelly, he transferred to the University of Kansas, where he earned a bachelor's in science and journalism, a BS in physical therapy, and a PhD in psychology. For the past 31 years, Brian has taught physical and occupational therapy to students at the University of Kansas Medical Center, Rutgers University, and the University of St. Mary. Since April 2011, Brian has served as commissioner for the Unified Government of Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas, representing District Number 2. Brian has been active at Bishop Ward High School and the Cathedral at St. Peter's Parish in a variety of roles, including music ministry at Sunday Mass. Congratulations to Commissioner McKiernan on your achievements in this award. Will you please join me on stage? Brian, I formally induct you into the Donnelly College Alumni Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Well, good evening, everyone. It is so glad to be here. I'm going to take these off now. You're all going to get fuzzy, but I'll be able to see the page in front of me. So I'll just tuck these over here like this. And I want to tell you that I'm very humbled to receive this award, but I'd like to take a couple of minutes to recognize some other Hall of Famers associated with Donnelly College. Now, you know, the real Hall of Famer is my wife, Patty. We met 45 years ago in freshman English at Donnelly College. She's been the rock of our household every year since then, and my rock as well. And so thank you, Patty, for being the wonderful person that you are. Now, you know, some other Hall of Famers are the faculty of Donnelly College. And I was blessed in my time at Donnelly to be taught by very competent and very caring faculty. They laid the foundation for all my future undergraduate and graduate studies. And in particular, I remember my freshman biology teacher for his enthusiasm and his passion. Mr. Roebuck did his best to ensure that we didn't just learn the facts of biology, but that we developed a love, not only for learning, but for understanding how our world is put together and how it works on a daily basis. And so, thank you to all the faculty who continue to instill a love of learning and understanding in today's students. And you know, some other Hall of Famers are the visionary leaders who have guided Donnelly through the years. Small colleges around the world face challenges to their very existence on a daily basis, especially those who have a mission to make education available to the entire community. As a community, we've benefited from the vision, from the guidance, and the perseverance of the many administrators and board members who haven't been satisfied with just keeping the doors open, but rather have pushed Donnelly to grow, to adapt, to build, to excel in its mission. So thank you to Monsignor Sweatland, the members of the administrative team, and all the members of the board for your vision and dedication on behalf of the students of Donnelly. And you know, the real Hall of Famers are all of you. All of us in my family were very blessed that our parents made the choice to sacrifice to send us to Catholic grade school and Catholic high school. And like most families then and now, we didn't have a whole lot of money in our house, and we weren't really sure how we were going to swing a full college tuition on top of the high school tuition that my parents were still paying for my brother and sisters. And I was blessed to receive a scholarship to Donnelly that enabled me to be immersed in a wonderful learning environment. Only years later did I actually come to realize that my scholarship represented the loving assistance of the entire Donnelly community. So thanks to all of you who continue to offer loving assistance to new generations of students who will be the community and world leaders of tomorrow. Thank you again. Go Dragons!
Our second inductee tonight is Mrs. Judy Van Ress. Judy was born and raised in Kansas City, Kansas, and after graduating with an associate's degree from Donnelly, she received her Bachelor's of Science degree in journalism from KU in 1968. Judy began her career in a variety of communication positions, working in advertising, newspaper reporting. She moved to Washington, D.C. in 1976, where she began a career in politics and public service. Among other positions she held was regional director at the Peace Corps, senior advisor for governance for a coalition provisional authority in Baghdad, Iraq, chief of staff at the U.S. Office of Personnel Management, as well as a position at the White House and the Smithsonian Institution. Judy began her career, international career 25 years ago as a regional director for the International Republican Institute, and she's currently the IRI's executive vice president, and she's the founder of IRI's Women's Democracy Network, and she's a member of the Women's Initiative Policy Advisory Council at the George W. Bush Institute. Congratulations, Judy, on your achievements in this award. Will you please join me on stage?
Okay, I cannot possibly follow Brian, so I will do my best to make this interesting. Thank you, Monsignor Sweatland, and thank you to Donnelly for this incredible honor. I confess I'm a bit jet-lagged as I just returned a day ago from Tunisia, a country in North Africa, where I was part of an international election observation team that witnessed that country's parliamentary elections. This is a country struggling to build a democracy following decades of one of the most repressive governments in the Middle East. And I must say, Tunisians are slowly but surely taking steps necessary to reach that goal. It was inspirational to be there, and it made me appreciate even more what the U.S. represents around the world. It's wonderful to be here tonight with all of you including my family and friends who have long been an anchor to my endless wanderings around the globe. And they're sitting over there. It's especially comforting to be back home in a place known for its hardworking, practical, congenial people who know how to get things done, the salt of the earth. And believe me, it's a great relief because I live in Washington, D.C. Sometimes I feel like the luckiest person in the world. I've had the opportunity to work in journalism, politics, and public service, and for the last 25 years, as you heard, I have been part of a bipartisan effort to help other people in other nations build their own democratic institutions. But I would not have been able to have such experiences without the grounding I received here at home, particularly from my parents and my Catholic education. Donnelly played an important role in that grounding. It gave me a solid liberal arts education that enabled me, as well as other students, to start careers in the workforce or go on to other colleges or universities. I am proud to be a Donnelly alum and to see its contribution to the community. It is very impressive. It's remarkable that the junior college I attended more than 50 years ago in a modest building on Sandusky Avenue is now a four-year college offering bachelor degrees in key fields. And significantly, it is the most ethnically diverse school in the Midwest, as you heard earlier from Monsignor Swetland. This is something Donnelly leadership, faculty, staff, and students should be proud of. I know I am very proud to be associated with this institution, and I thank you for this great honor tonight.